STARCAST Season 1, Episode 1. Okay, my name is Herman Jumesi, and I'm introducing you today to STARCAST, the podcast for influencer, digital influencer, that is, all right? So we're going to talk about blockchain, technology, and all sort of amazing stuff. And today we have some fantastic guests with us. They're coming from Unbank, all right, which is a new digital payment system using blockchain technology. And of course, they will tell you more about what they're trying to achieve. So please follow us now.
And this is just to promote the event on November 8th at Paris, 15th arrondissement. There will be a meetup with Unbank to discover more about their solutions, but also to discover more about the blockchain. So please find us on either Eventbrite or Meetup, and you can just type ESCE or you can type Master Blockchain, and it's in French, so c'est comment libérer les paiements.
Thank you, Juan Kim, for your very good presentation. Now, today I'm going to introduce you to my two guests, okay? They're all working for Unbank, okay? So I'm going to let you introduce yourself, actually. I think this will be the right way to go about it. Let's start with you, please.
Okay. Thank you, Herman. Thank you, Kim, for inviting us this morning to talk about cryptocurrencies and payments. So my name is William Oriol. I am the CEO of Unbank and the co-founder of Unbank. Basically, I am a business angel. I invest in startups for 5 years now, in different business environments.
All right.
Till now, it was mainly about the food tech.
All right.
So
food tech, all right,
yeah,
okay. That's very French.
Yeah, definitely. And previously, I worked for maybe 10 years in the automotive industry.
All right, okay.
In a big consultancy company. And after that, I was CEO of the Smurf, the little blue character, for 5 years.
Excellent.
And basically, this is who I am business-wise. And then maybe I can let Amaury introduce himself.
Okay. Thank you, William. Thank you, Herman. Thank you, Kim, for having us today. So my name is Amaury Berset. I am the COO of Unbank. So basically, I run operation for Unbank.
Okay.
My background is very much related to operations and marketing. So I spent about the last 10 years in digital marketplaces, making grow basically the number of clients, user bases through marketing techniques, but also streamline processes. As the company grew, I was the one obviously streamlining processes and making sure that we were delivering according to our objectives. So I do pretty much the same at Unbank. I run the operation roadmap, making sure that we deliver according to the plan.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay, so maybe back to the founders.
Yeah, okay.
So I am the co-founder.
Yeah,
the founder is Matthew.
Feel free to chip in.
Yeah, Matthew Cavalier. Matthew is a friend.
All right.
We know each other for 30 years now. And we are both entrepreneurs.
All right.
Okay. Our business is not only to invest money, but we want to make ideas coming true and concrete.
All right.
And in this environment, I mean cryptocurrencies, payment, fintech, and so on, we saw many white papers, many very good ideas, with very high-level tech guys, but
too many PDFs.
No delivery, nothing.
PDFs, not enough
nothing because a lack of experience in terms of entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is the main point, our added value, so you can clearly guess, is not about the technique or about the finance, but it is more about the fact to be able to make this kind of payment gateway really mainstream and concrete on the market. Our ability to acquire merchants and users.
Fantastic. You've already led us now, and let's ask yourself, what is for you what is the core value of Unbank? What do you do? What sort of problem do you actually solve?
So Unbank, we have to link that to the cryptocurrency and to the origin of the cryptocurrency. Then back to Satoshi Nakamoto.
All right.
The reason why Satoshi Nakamoto has developed the blockchain and then the Bitcoin, it was about four main points. Let's say. First one is to own your assets. Okay. Second one is the fact that the payments are instantaneous. Third one, it's free, no cost.
Yeah, low cost. Yeah.
And the fourth one is about the privacy.
Okay.
It's all about that. Like the cash.
Yeah.
Okay. It is exactly like the cash. Cryptocurrency is just digital cash, nothing else.
Yes.
This is the best way to understand what we are talking about.
Okay.
And this is the reason why we have decided to invest in Unbank and to release this app to allow people to make this kind of objectives and these objectives, let's say. Not available, but something like that. Sorry, I lose my words.
Okay,
my idea.
Okay.
But
the idea is to make what? To make people will be able to swap crypto for fiat currency, or what's gonna?
I know. Unbank is a one-way trip from fiat to crypto.
From fiat to crypto.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Fiat to crypto, never back to fiat again.
No. This is not the purpose.
All right. So it's an app. You download the app.
You download the app, and then you put your. If you have already some cryptos, so you make a transfer from your wallet on Binance and so on your Unbank wallet. Okay. And if you have no crypto,
you have an Unbank wallet.
You have an Unbank wallet in different cryptocurrencies. Okay. And if you have no crypto, then you put your credit card info in the app, like in Uber. If you can use Uber, you can use Unbank. It's very simple.
All right, that's a clear analogy for me.
And then from your credit card, you top up your wallet with the amount you have decided to top up the wallet, and that's it. And then you can spend your crypto at the merchant place.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, so you have a list of merchants that already are accepting cryptos.
Yes, exactly.
All cryptos? I mean, all. No.
We are going to start with the main ones. Let's say maybe 4 or 5, something like that, and then we will increase the number of cryptos. Potentially usable on Unbank.
So that means what? Bitcoin
Cash,
Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash.
The main ones.
The main one, okay.
3.
So the so-called Jackson 5 or whatever they call it now. They have several names, the top 10, Jackson 5, whatever. Yeah. All right. What is it? Dashcoin?
At the early days, it will be Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash. After that, we'll be deploying as we go, obviously. Yeah. The idea, but as soon as we deploy one blockchain, it's a technological effort for us. Yeah. So we need, at the very beginning, we need to make sure we address, our message to the masses and to the people that carry the most cryptocurrencies. And right now, the biggest communities are Bitcoin and Ethereum. So even if Bitcoin Cash is catching up, because obviously the usability of Bitcoin Cash is great. As we go, we'll be deploying new cryptocurrencies.
All right. So your job is really not only to create this exchange, but to also talk to merchants. Yes, and convince them to adopt cryptocurrencies. All right, so that's actually our job too. But that's exactly what we want to do. Is we want more people to actually jump into.
This is a key point.
Exactly. Jump into cryptocurrencies for by any means. Yeah. All right.
Definitely. This is a key point for us. We need to acquire as much merchant as possible, and as soon as you will be able to spend your crypto in a restaurant place, hotel, or whatever. it will be quite easier, to acquire users.
Okay.
More users.
Right.
I guess it's all about the trust. As soon as we start getting more transactions, as any currencies, if the trust is growing, so trust is basically like measured as per the number of transactions.
Right.
So if it's growing, then there is no way that Bitcoin won't be adopted. So our aim is really to make sure that the number of transactions is growing. So it goes, obviously we need to have the buyer and the seller, and make sure that we have basically a way to make them meet and transact together, and everything's happening on the NBank app. So you have basically a merchant locator on the NBank app. It tells you where you are and which merchants are around you are actually like accepting the solution.
All right.
So very easy to use, very much like other apps, to locate businesses around you, except that this one is only like showing you like businesses that are accepting like NBank solution and therefore cryptocurrency payments.
Okay. Are there any kind of an incentive? Let's say, if I want to buy, if I want to book a restaurant and I book the restaurant at a certain time on a certain day in a certain city, will I get a discount or will I get a refund or will I get some incentive? Are there any incentive that you've built into that particular relationship you have with the merchants?
Some incentives at the very beginning by using our token.
All right. Okay. So you have your own token as well.
Definitely.
Okay.
And then you can get discounts at the merchant place in cashback.
Oh, cashback.
Yeah,
all right.
Library cashback.
Library cashback.
Library token cashback. But honestly, at the very beginning, the purpose of this is more to get some buzz, to acquire users, because the real advantage of using cryptocurrencies shouldn't be to get a discount.
Right.
Okay.
No, of course.
See what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And just the discounts, even if obviously it's going to help us kickstart, this whole acquisition phase and all. They're more generous, obviously, than the ones that you normally see that are in the average of 2%, 3%. Like when I see like in the neobanks like environment, but also cryptocurrency banks, it averaged 2 to 3%.
Okay.
Us, we're going to range in between 10 to 40%, basically. So it's a significant different approach because we partner with the merchant. Actually, it's not us only founding basically rewards. It's also the merchant that accepts, to kind of create special offers, limited offers to people and users of NBank, paying him with cryptocurrencies. And it's actually something that is done quite a bit in the cryptocurrency environment. When something like many artists, for example, they do that. When you pay for their painting, in BTC, for example, it's going to be a lot cheaper than if you would pay in fiat.
Okay. Right. So that's really interesting. And would you say that unbank is it a crypto bank or is that how you would call it today, or what is it the right term?
It's not really a bank.
Financial institution? Fintech?
No, yeah, fintech. Just
crypto fintech.
IT tool, technical tool, payment gateway. That's it. We are not a bank.
Okay. So payment gateway, you're thinking what? Alipay, PayPal, something?
Yeah, anything basically. We are facilitating on-site transactions at merchant with cryptocurrencies, and we suppress the issues related to volatility as well from merchants.
All right.
So obviously, it's kind of an advanced payment gateway because it's not a matter of just saying, okay, we're going to transact and that would be it. Okay. Then, for example, the merchant is able to say, okay, I want to manage my risk when it comes to Bitcoin because I'm conscious about it could be volatile. So I will just dedicate 20%, for example, of my earnings from NBank on my Bitcoin wallet, and the rest will be related to fiat, for example.
Oh, okay.
So it helps for the adoption, or because obviously, like a merchant could be a bit cautious and wouldn't really adopt a solution that is a one way, only just retributing him in cryptocurrencies and doesn't give him the alternative to fiat. Even as if William said, our intention is that actually as they go on, as the trust grows, merchant will be more and more like cashing, like using Bitcoin.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but what is the main barrier to adoption? What is the main problem when you go and talk to a merchant? What do they say to you? No, yeah. What sort of attitude do they have?
Most of them are very enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Honestly.
It's
maybe about perhaps accountability, because there is no clear rules.
Right.
For the time being, but this is not an issue because you can manage it quite easily, and that's it.
Really? So they really don't have a...
By being on cryptocurrency, there must be a advantage in terms of fees, so it must be cheaper for merchants.
For them this is cheaper too, so there is the same advantages for the merchant than the users, Okay. So this is the reason why most of them are quite enthusiastic, and moreover, they can get some new clients.
Oh, right. They're getting new clients, they're getting more business.
Yeah,
okay.
The orders.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
So obviously all the mBank users that wouldn't have gone to that particular store, for example, would discover the stores through the mBank app, and it would be like a new client for the store. So it's a win-win operation, because obviously a store, if you start like talking about what do they need, they will need more clients, and a store or restaurants, like any basically like businesses, is all about the clients, and we are also like helping obviously in this way.
So what are the fee structures for the merchants?
For the merchants, it's 50% cheaper compared to Visa or MasterCard or whatever. This is a business model for us. This is cheaper anyway. And for the merchant, there is also another advantage, especially for the early adopters.
All right.
This is a huge opportunity to make a big buzz. Like Burger King did in Germany 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
With a huge announcement saying we are accepting Bitcoin for the orders online.
Right.
Okay?
Burger King.
Burger King did it in Germany.
That's very good, yeah.
And then they got a huge numbers of articles, in the media.
All right.
This is a way to say hello, McDonald's.
Good. So this is for the business community. They need to understand that they need to advertise the fact that they're accepting Bitcoin.
Definitely.
Yes, of course. And they'll join the cool crowd, isn't it? Is that what all right, that's what we're trying to say. Sure. Okay, going back to the B word, because you said Burger King, but there is another B word that we're going to have to use here today, which is the blockchain. Yeah. What is the blockchain for you? Just tell me in very simple words, all right, first. Apparently, this is the technology you're using to propel your app, right? Okay, yes. So how does it help your app, really? Or can you first define the blockchain first? I mean, in the very simple words. And then tell us how it helps your app to work.
Blockchain. So first of all, I'm not a tech guy.
All right, yeah. That's better. That's better. At least we can talk.
Yeah. At least we can talk. So I'm not going to do that with technical words, So honestly, it's quite simple. It's like a book, where everything is written forever.
Okay, good.
Okay. And this is encrypted. And distributed in terms of storage of data. That's it.
Permissionless. Immutable. And then you go into the manifesto. Okay, good. So that's a good definition. And now, how does it actually help your technology? How does it, how does it merge with your technology, and what does it do for your technology?
So it's all about the peer-to-peer
for your solution, or the peer-to-peer aspect. All right. Yeah. Blockchain is really there for the peer-to-peer aspect.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely. yeah, it's mainly about that.
Yeah, and I mean, we are really using one of the main use cases of blockchain, that is cryptocurrencies, and that's really what we're talking about when we're talking about peer-to-peer transactions. It's like Bitcoin obviously relies on blockchain, and we're really into the cryptocurrencies space.
Yeah.
So therefore, blockchain is a tool for us to be able to execute our product the way we should be. So peer-to-peer transaction wouldn't be possible, basically, the way we envision it without blockchain.
Okay, so that's interesting. And so you just mentioned something very important as well, the fact that you're using token. Again, what is a token? Sorry, in two sentences, what is a token?
It's a digital currency.
Digital asset.
Digital
and
asset.
ours is a digital currency, actually.
Okay.
So it's actually on the Ethereum blockchain.
So is that what you call a utility token or a security?
No, our is utility token.
Utility token.
Utility.
All right.
This is a currency.
Okay, it's a currency.
This is a currency.
Yeah, and so what would be the advantage of using your token versus, let's say, Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash?
So you get more advantages at store when you use our token. So basically, when you pay with our token, you get our token is called Delivery, by the way. It's LDI on the it's an ERC20 on the Ethereum blockchain, and basically when you pay for at a merchant with our token, you will get a direct discount. If you pay with any other cryptocurrency, you will get a cashback in our token back in your wallet. So it's a different scheme. Obviously, what is great is you get direct discounts, and probably you get higher discounts as well. So it's massive advantages for users to be using our token.
Okay, and how do you? So when you create a token, you usually have to at some point, call the people and say, "Hey, I have this wonderful token, and we're gonna do an ICO or an IEO or a CTO." So which one did you do?
None of them.
None of them.
None of them.
Right.
Because we wanted to be autonomous.
Okay.
We wanted to be deeply honest.
All right.
Let's say no scam.
No, yeah, of course.
So we have decided to finance everything with our own money.
Right. Okay, so you did none of that.
No.
Okay, no.
Maybe in the future, but not at the beginning.
All right.
We want to achieve our proof of concept, and then we will see.
Okay.
Yeah. And from what I know, Unbank is one of the earlier players in France in the crypto space. Am I correct?
We see, for the time being, in terms of payment, we are the one and only one.
You're number one in France.
One and only one. Yeah.
The one and only one.
All right. Okay.
Fully independent.
Right.
I mean, regarding the regular banking system.
Right.
Because there is some solution already existing in the market.
Lots of wallets.
But they are all linked to Visa, MasterCard, the bank, and so on.
All right.
Okay. We want to bring people in the crypto environment, and we want them staying in this environment.
Yeah.
No back and forward.
There are other players that are more in Eastern Europe, for example. There's one that's called Eligma. That's great. Their branded name is Go Crypto, I think. So yeah, we feel that we are very much aligned with these guys.
Eligma.
Eligma, yeah.
All right.
They have their own token. It's the Eli token, and there are many things that seems that there is some kind of alignment with these guys. So it's great to see that there are other players that try to play with the same rules as us, and obviously all together will be increasing adoption and make the Bitcoin emerge.
Okay,
so and they are quite successful. That's why we are quite proud, to be the one in France, because we think France could be a major player, in this business environment.
You think so?
And I hope so.
Oh, you hope so, right?
Because politicians, they shouldn't be afraid by that, because this is a huge opportunity.
Of course, yeah.
In terms of employment or whatever, this is a huge opportunity.
Of course. Okay, so tell me, so going back into different solutions, what are your top 5 best crypto app? Give me your top 5. What are you? For you, what are the best standards when you're looking at this app? You're saying, okay, they're doing everything perfectly for us.
In the finance environment? Or?
Crypto environment.
Crypto.
Any. It could be an exchange. It could be an app. It could be anything. It could be anything.
The ones I use are Binance and Bitfinex.
All right. So you like Binance and Bitfinex, okay?
So, more talking to wallets, I really like. Even if I can't use it because it's Eastern Europe, Enigma again. There's WireX as well. That is very much like more. It's you have a debit card, so in a way you're centralized because obviously like it's I think it's a Visa debit card that you have, but still it's a great tool for adoption, and I think they're executing quite well. There are quite a few trouble with their partners, like I think, but it seemed to be solved right now, and so I've been using them like to try them out, and it seems to work quite well. So and we use Ethereum wallets as well. In all the team basically, we all have like crypto assets, and we use Trust Wallet, for example.
Trust Wallet,
Wallet on Ethereum. So.
That's what is it? A physical wallet or is it?
No. It's a digital wallet on Ethereum wallet.
Okay.
Cryptocurrency.
All right. Okay.
And this is a very opportune time to announce your new product that I hear. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
About what, sorry?
Your new product launch, your 2.0.
So the alpha launch. So basically what's going to happen is like we're integrating, like in the coming weeks, we'll be integrating the Bitcoin blockchain obviously in our product. So right now we just had our own token for testing purposes, and everything works well. So we're now moving into blockchain, like real blockchain, into the Bitcoin blockchain that will be integrated in NBank in the coming weeks. So that's going to make like obviously a new release that's going to be a beta testing release for that's going to be on invitation only for now, for crypto enthusiasts or anyone curious about bitcoins and cryptocurrencies. What is great about our product is NBank is really easy to use, so anyone really without any knowledge of crypto can use it, like because it touches points on many aspects of UX UI that are very familiar with people. So for example,
so UX is user experience, right?
Yeah, user experience.
Yeah.
So it's creating an account is very easy. I think like players like neobanks helped a bit in that way to break, the trends in user experience that were not so good in the finance industry.
So what do you mean? If it's easy to as a user experience, what is it? What do you mean? It looks like Facebook, or it looks
it's even more simple.
Yeah.
You know, we wanted an app my dad could enjoy to use. You know, something very simple, very smooth. You know,
we didn't want to
very intuitive.
We didn't want to reinvent, something, and we made something that is very straightforward. When you have most of the time you have one or two choices, and that's it. And you can in less than 1 minute you can have your own account that is created, so which is great, and you can start actually paying with Bitcoin.
Okay.
So,
and that's what sort of product is that? What sort of?
It's an app that is natively coded in iOS and Android. So
it's a new app, or is it?
What's that?
It's a new app.
It's a new app.
Okay, so different app.
100%.
No. It's one app.
Sorry.
Is one app that is available on iOS and Android.
Okay, right. Okay, that's interesting. And so you've been incubated at Station F, right? How does that work?
So actually, we have already an office here for another company.
All right.
And from time to time, we use this office for walking about NBank, for meetings and so on.
As we do today.
Okay.
As we do today, definitely.
Right. And it's a great venue for work. Is it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
I have to stress, this is supposed to be the largest incubator in the world, right?
Obviously we're in touch with Chain Accelerator that you probably know, like the blockchain accelerator in Station F. We were part of the Blockchain Week with these guys last year as attendees and part obviously of Station F. So yeah, it's a great place to be able to share. For obviously in crypto, it's growing, it's emerging. Not that many companies yet, but it's China Accelerator is changing that. So yeah, it's great to connect with like-minded individuals and obviously share. It's such a field with many enthusiastic people.
Exactly.
It's so great, to be able to share deep thoughts about how we envision, the next way of paying, the revolution of payments, and everyone has his own ideas, and it's great actually to see that everyone can contribute on something that is normally very very straightforward and no one can really do anything about it. Obviously, the traditional financial system were more obviously we can't really change it.
It is what it is.
And now the blockchain and cryptocurrencies are actually changing that. It feels like some kind of counter balance, and that help obviously. That help obviously to envision the revolution of payments.
Okay.
It seems like one of the bottlenecks is the fact that because France wants, or any country like United States, and especially United States and France wants to regulate cryptocurrency, they threw it through the exchanges. And so in order for you to go from your fiat money, euro to cryptocurrency, you have to go through a authorized exchange online. And the process is quite painful because even if you want to go, I tried it and it takes about 4 days to go through the KYC, which means know your customer, and AML, which is anti-money laundering screens. So it takes about 4 days, or 3, sometimes up to 4 days. It could take maybe 3 or 4 days. And how do you find this bottleneck in the future or at the moment? Is it a problem at the moment, or do you find how do you envision this improving?
One of the great things about Nbank is you can actually spend fiat, as we said. If you can use Uber, you can use Nbank, and if you spend this fiat through the Nbank app as merchant, you will get Liberi, our token, back. So our token will then you get cryptocurrencies.
Oh wow! So that's a great way to go
for adoption.
Definitely.
Adoption. So we don't have to necessarily go through an exchange to get crypto.
Yeah, I mean for our token, and then you can obviously start to spend cryptocurrencies.
Yes.
Even if you spend fiat before, you get crypto back, so cash back in crypto.
Wow.
And then obviously it gives you a little amount to be able to try out crypto. Obviously show to you that it works and you can trust it. And then obviously you just want to buy it afterwards. So afterwards you will be going through the AML and KYC regulations, but it's going to be with a different perspective on crypto because you already used it. So it's a different motivation, it's a different driver, and obviously you have to overcome KYC and AML, but it's going to be from a different perspective, I think. That's why we don't really have concerns about there will be users dropping off, obviously, but as any kind of conversion points. But thing is, we're going to have a lot higher number of conversion because there will be a better trust into cryptocurrencies before getting into KYCs and AML certifications.
That's brilliant. And how does that work with the regulators here in France? How do you get by the regulators? Do they have a set amount that there's a limit that where their people can use their fiat and convert into your crypto?
Yeah. Well, obviously we have our legal team have made sure that all the regulation were respected. So you have capping into amounts, exactly what you quoted. Yeah. So all of that has been obviously figured out. We're also very cautious and we make sure that we follow the regulation as well, because as it's changing, our legal team is always on the rise of new regulations and so we need to make sure to be flexible and our tech team is has been very good at executing and adapting quickly. So we're confident that regulation is obviously needs to be followed, and we are confident that we can obviously operate the product with it.
So you have a legal team. That's very important to have. And so your token is listed. Where is it listed?
It's an ERC20 token.
Okay, it's an ERC20,
Ethereum.
right? And where can you access it?
Right now, it's closed. It's gonna be released on some exchange soon.
Right. Okay.
Right now, we can exchange Library among ourselves, but it's not listed yet.
All right, so we're going to finish the English interview here, although I'm going to let you have final words. I don't know what you want to say to our listeners and podcast people, and what you would like to, if you have one last message
about Satoshi Nakamoto.
All right,
more,
okay, Satoshi Nakamoto, right, yeah.
And to put it in a nutshell,
okay.
Finally, we've had to wait for the release of mBank to see the Satoshi Nakamoto objectives finally achieved.
Excellent. Okay, that's a good final point. All right.
I don't have any
these fine words
as powerful as that to say.
Okay.
I would just say that obviously join us for all the English speakers. Join us at the event on the 8th.
November 8th.
8th of November, right? November the 8th, yeah.
ESCE for more information about mBank. We'll be able to showcase the product as well. We'll have videos about the product. We'll have the product on our phones as well. So don't hesitate to obviously come and meet us.
Yeah, and if you and guys, if you know some merchant who are potentially interested in mBank solution in Paris,
of course.
Do not hesitate to contact us.
Definitely.
And we are currently hiring people, business developers to acquire merchants.
Very important.
So once more, if you are interested in our project and in mBank, do not hesitate to join us.
So whether I'm looking for work or whether I am a merchant, there is a website I can go to.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
www.nbank.mobile. So it's UNBANK.MOBI.
All right.
And you have all our information, phone numbers, email addresses as well.
Social media, Telegram or something?
Yeah,
for sure.
As well.
Telegram as well, of course.
France.
Okay.
We have communities in quite a few countries, but France is going to be one of our lead markets. So we have a good community already on Telegram in France.
Okay then. All right. So thank you very much again. This was Herman Jumesi and One Kim for STARCAST, the podcast for the influencers. Thank you very much.